awareness. Motor's kicking. There they are.
He's running from something.
Yep.
Look at that hog.
Look at that hogfish.
Ernie!
Get up, big boy!
Right there.
Well, folks, we came out to 90 feet, 89, 90 feet. Came to this spot, picked it out just out of nowhere. Came out, first fish in the boat was Chad's nice hogfish.
Ernie! First drop.
It's a hogfish!
Folks, this is a weird one here. I dropped, there was about a 3-inch mother-in-law fish in the stinky pinky bucket.
Stinking pinky bucket.
The stinky pinky bucket had a mother-in-law fish in it. So I dropped it down and something ate it. Look at that poor on a mother-in-law fish. Dude, it's still there.
It's still there. Holy shit.
That's what I caught it on, folks. A porgy.
Wow.
Ernie. On a mother-in-law. Thank you. Scamp. Nice scamp. Nice scamp.
Yeah.
He gonna keep.
Oh. That's up to the stage. You have to. What size was it that? 17?
16 and a half.
All right, folks. So Tony got a nice porgy. Look at that, Tony. Hold it up for the folks at home. Hold that. Oh, no.
I'm gonna hold it.
Leave that. Leave that alone.
Hold that to it. I don't want to hold him up too far. He'll end up back in the water.
All right, there's a porgy. Now, so you hear us say all the time that somebody tied a knot. That right there, I hope you can see it. That is a knot. That's how we know it's a knot. And Tony,
Perfect. Clean.
Tony,
Right off.
tied it. Now he wants to say,
I was ready to retie.
he wants to say that caught 3 fish, but the reality was that tag end was just long enough to hold on that long.
Here, let me show you the other ones that he
Yeah.
tagged on.
So that last fish just threw up a sand goby. Send it down, see what happens.
What the heck is...
Kind of like killer too.
Uh-oh. Use that reel to crank them. Don't take your time with them.
ARS?
No. I think it's a big red grouper.
Yeah.
No, gag. Jeez. Nice one though. There you go.
Ah, brother.
There you go, Kevin.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's on right behind
Rodney.
He's on behind.
Oh, get him, Rodney. Oh. That's a weird fight, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's almost like a
Like a Goliath had
Or
it.
something, or a shark. Shark.
Ah!
Gotcha.
Doubled up. I think Tony's is bigger, Chad.
I certainly would. I don't know. I think mine might be bigger. Woo! Look at that!
Kidding me. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Oh.
That was it, man.
Come on, man.
That was it.
Hey, Tony. Don't beat yourself up over it. We'll do that for you. So, Tony, how does it feel to lose the biggest fish of the day?
Bad.
Bad?
It's getting to the point that I'm starting to go backwards. Maturity. I'm about to throw a tantrum.
How big do you think it was?
I don't know, man. I couldn't see it. Never got close enough.
Biggest fish you've hooked today?
By far, I would guess.
Yeah.
And he was coming up, but I don't know. You'd think they'd stop hurting as bad, but it seems like they just keep getting worse and worse and worse.
All right, folks, there you got it. That's true emotion right there. I mean, I don't know. If we looked up suck in the dictionary, I think it would have a picture of that right there. All right, let's get back to fishing. Fillets.
Did you get that on camera?
Yeah. He threw up a piece of squid, shrimp.
Chunks of crap all over.
That's okay. You're fishing. It's not a pretty contest.
God, you got me good.
Chris
Squid.
got a red grouper.
You must not have my hook because I hadn't noticed it.
Well, you guys always know that how I talk about establishing a pattern and figuring out how these fish want to eat. Well, they seem to want to eat the whitebait hooked in the belly today. They don't like it. Got a bunch of amateurs on this boat, but they don't seem to like it hooked in the nose. I've literally been standing next to Tony and him using it, hooking it in the belly, sending it down. I'm hooked with a Stewie in the nostrils, and he was catching fish, and I wasn't even getting bumped. So again, as I talk about all the time, you want to have people doing different things until you establish that pattern. Like if everybody was fishing with whitebait and they were fishing with it hooked in the nose, we would have moved. Chad's GoPro's not even on. Nope. But anyway, figuring out how these fish want to eat is key. I'm telling you right now, you want to change it up until you figure out how they want it. I just got hammered there. Come on, eat it. Oop, there he is.
Sand. It's a sand goby. Oh yeah, GoPro start recording. So that last fish just threw up a sand goby. Set it down so that.
What the heck is a sand goby?
You never seen one?
No, I know what.
GoPro,
I know.
Stop recording. They bury themselves in the sand.
No,
and all you see is the top of their head sticking out.
Huh. Poor sand goby.
So they have pretty deep sand.
Not the size I'm looking for, but I don't know what's wrong with Chris.
Caught some fish.
GoPro start
One in the
recording.
box.
Oh! We got that whole suckiness right there on camera too. The whole suckiness. We didn't miss a minute of that.
Poor Tony.
Just got a 24 inch right there.
Nice.
It's got a whole big heartbreak. Apparently they don't like the sand gobies. I don't know why he ate it. Huh, didn't get nothing. It felt like a red grouper to begin with.
Yeah. Five, four,
It's the
three,
replay.
2. There he is. There's color.
The red grouper. Or a hog. Mine looks like a big hog.
No.
Mangrove?
No. Like a white red.
Albino red grouper.
It's the whitest red I've ever seen. Would you get him on a shrimp?
Yeah.
Well, folks, in this part of the video, I want to talk about how I set up on a particular spot. I get a lot of questions about this. I just got a question the other day asking, if I'm setting up on a particular spot and I'm using a lighter weight, won't I go away from the structure? It all depends on how I'm set up on that piece of structure. Most of the time, as you'll see in this demonstration, I will set up to where the boat is, if the tide is going in one direction, I get on the uptide side of that ledge and I allow my baits to go back to that ledge. So the guys are fishing straight down and I'm fishing light, that light bait will go down further down the ledge. And then if the tide reverses, then I set the boat up another way on the opposite side and fish the other way. So it all really depends on the tide and the wind direction, because the wind direction in this demonstration, you'll see where I have to move the boat in a certain direction to where the tide is kind of going crossways of the boat. So some people are actually fishing underneath the boat and some are fishing farther away from the boat, but down the ledge. So they have an opportunity to fish multiple areas, especially offshore or inshore also. The key is getting set up on the spot correctly. Now, when you're inshore, you definitely, as the tide picks up, you want to get further away from that structure because that bait's going to take more time to get down there and that tide's going to move it. So you want to set up off the structure. As the tide slacks off, you want to be on top of the structure, as you see in these demonstrations. So you don't necessarily, if the tide's running, you don't want to be on top of the structure inside the bay. You want to be off of it. The tide moves a lot faster inside the bay than it does offshore. So it's a different animal. Hopefully you guys have a better understanding of what I'm talking about when it comes to setting up on spots. I hope that these demonstrations helped you. We had a great day on the water. We caught a lot of fish, had a good time, ragging on Tony as usual. But it was all, we caught a ton of fish, especially on the major feeding time and late morning, early afternoon, and then the tide or the bite shut down. So anyway, I just want to say thank you again for watching. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all the support. Can't say thank you enough. Fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the flip side.